After 2 off weeks, the Jaguars able to bounce back, get a win over the Falcons here at Wembley Stadium, and it's their first victory here since 2017.
I mean, anytime you can obviously win a game, you feel good about yourself, and yeah, I thought the offense did some good things today. Picked up some big third downs in the second half. Obviously, those last 2 drives, I mean, ball was at the 10-yard line. You go down, you get field goal. Ball's at the 6-yard line. Go down and get 3, and then we finished the game the same way. So, yeah, there's still some things we got to work on and clean up, but obviously, much better today.
Yeah, I felt great. Obviously, just to find a way to win, and then especially here in London, it's a lot of fun when you win here. It's not too much fun when you lose. So, especially being so far from home. So, that was obviously a good response for our team. Our defense played great once again. That was huge. Them bouncing back, and offensively, I thought we played well at times and in spurts and found a way to win. We did some things better than we have in the past, but still got a lot to clean up. But it's a lot easier to coach off a win, obviously.
For me, this is strictly business, and and I'm about my business, and I'm ready to win games. I want to be the guy for the defense that we can count on. I know last week where I could have made a little bit more plays, and so I felt like I personally let the team down. And then this week was just get back on track. And I got back on track, go home tonight, finish this game, learn my corrections, move on to Buffalo Bills.
Back here with Bucky Brooks. I don't know if it was technically a must-win game, but it really felt like it going into the week. And to see the team come out here and bounce back a little bit has to feel good.
It does feel good. And that we won, it was a must-win because we won it. But it feels good because the team played their style of ball. All week, they wanted to get back on track. They wanted to refocus. They wanted to regroup. And you heard the players after the game talk about just getting back on the details, just doing the little things right. And that came out. Didn't have the turnovers. One that the turnover battle, which was critical, didn't have mistakes in the kicking game. And then finally, from an offensive standpoint, they did just enough to give the defense in the kicking game kind of like that assistance. When you talk about playing complementary football, we saw that today, and that's why they won.
And stuttering to start, right? We didn't see a ton of offense in the first quarter, but that catch by Calvin Ridley against his old team in that moment, it really felt like a breath of fresh air for the sideline.
Yeah, I think for everybody. And I think it gave Calvin Ridley an opportunity to kind of take a deep breath and reset. It gave the offense a little confidence to go up and go 7-0. But it wasn't really about Calvin. I think the main thing that came out of it, you saw Travis Etienne, Christian Kirk, and Evan Ingram. They all played a critical part. And when the offense runs through those guys, then it makes it easy for the rest of the guys to kind of eat and feast off them.
We saw Trevor running around as well. I didn't have that on my bingo card, but he was running all over the place today. To see him do that, it's adding a dimension. We didn't see the throwing of touchdowns, but we saw him running around.
Yeah, he is athletic enough where he can make things happen. And one of the things that you want with a mobile quarterback is their ability to extend drives by picking up first downs on scrambles, improvisational plays like we saw on the touchdown to Calvin Ridley. He has all of that in his bag. He just has to trust himself to kind of play within the framework of the offense. But if those things are there, take them.
We have to talk about the defense because we're pretty hard on them sometimes. And Josh Allen, pass rush was there today. We saw 2 turnovers they were able to force, and pick 6 involved in that as well. Is this what we can expect from them going forward after kind of an off week last week?
Yeah, no, I think so. I think this is more like the team that we expected. We expected to see this team win a bunch of different ways. From a defensive standpoint, yeah, when they can rush and they can cover, they can create a lot of chaos. And today they were able to rush the quarterback, had a young quarterback flustered, and then from a coverage standpoint, they were locked in on their guys. When they play like that as one on defense, yeah, this is a really, really good unit.
And then just finally, I mean, this is a huge win to get off those 2 losses, but also we're spending the week here in London, so it would not have been nearly as fun if we had lost this first one. So what does this mean for momentum to have them be here this week and have it come off a victory?
Well, the energy is going to be different this week because they won on Sunday. They have a big game coming up next week against the Buffalo Bills. They'll be locked in for that. But now they're away from everybody. They'll have kind of like a little training camp experience, meaning where they'll spend a lot of time together. That chemistry and connectivity is big. It's underrated when it comes to why teams win. This week over here for London could be the launching point for a nice little run that the Jaguars have.
It'll be a big one. We'll be here in London. We'll see you next week against the Bills.